Okay, we do have a person who would like to speak to you guys. Having a hard time understanding his name. Either it's Junkta or Winkta. And he seems to be from one of the White Mountain Apache who used to live in this area, but now live on our surrounding reservations. So I'll just step aside for him. Yang aho. I am appreciative I can communicate in this way with you, and that I communicate in a language you understand. I gave my body for hunt, for war. It was considered a great honor amongst my people to be one who is able bodied enough for war, for hunt, meant that you were in tune with spirit and you are in tune with that which you hunt and those you call your enemy. Our intentions were not always pure when it came to war, to hunt. Although it started off that way. We used to have ceremony before we hunt for food. We realize that it's sacred for an animal to offer up its spirit, its essence, its life for you and your family. And you understand that it is symbolic of the push and pull of the earth. That perhaps I will not always achieve victory. I may not always win, as it seems, in trying to attain my target. Perhaps they win sometimes, our animal kin, and they can teach us a lot in that. Perhaps it is they who take our life, depending on the size of your hunt. But it seemed an equal dance, and we never took more than was needed until the years wore on, and we decided there was not time for ceremony or time to give thanks to our hunt. And so we just took. And the more we took, the more it seemed we took from ourselves. For many of our traditions were waning. The way we saw our wives, our children, our community, we saw them differently. It became less about community and more about the self. And when things like that change, you see it in more than just your hunt, but you see it in your community. You see it in war. Some became thirsty for war. It was no longer just defense or wanting to claim a particularly fruitful area, but it became about hate more than understanding that these people are your brothers, they are you. And instead of going into war asking for help from spirit, but asking for a good war, an equal fight, and may the best tribe win, as you might see it, it became a hate and not understanding that they are us. We bleed the same. We love the same. We hurt the same. And it became about conquest and revenge and feelings instead of heart. That perhaps my pride was bruised and someone should suffer for it, instead of understanding that pride is a disease, one that can corrupt, as it has my people. And this is a reminder for you in your age and your so-called present day, modern day, to look at who you war with. Perhaps it is yourself. Perhaps it's a neighbor. Perhaps it's a country. And to understand that they are you and you are them. They bleed like you bleed. They love as you love. They cry as you cry. When we begin to lack to see soul in the other, you will find a degradation of your self, your community, your country, and your world. Be knowledgeable of your spear tip. For whom do you cast it at? For whom did you make that spear for, and why? Okay, Anna has come through. Many of you guys know who Anna is, but if you don't, she is Danette. She is Navajo. She used to live right on top of this hill in her hogan with her family, her husband, her 3 children. She had a cat, yes, brought over by the Spaniards. And sometimes she is quite shy, but every once in a while, she doesn't mind speaking to the public. So she's here with her very warm blanket, as she always is, wrapped around her very tiny frame. She's rather small in stature, but large of spirit. Aho, friends. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I only speak when I feel my breath is necessary. I don't feel that I need to add to the wind, so to speak. Sometimes so many voices, yet they say nothing and create strong wind. But when spoken with purpose, you can direct that wind. My friend B has come, for what I have to say is sweet. Many would mistake my smallness for being small, as if my words had no power, as if my spirit had no power. But looks can be deceiving, and only your vessel sees with eyes of two. Your soul is like 1,000 eyes, seeing in all directions from all layers. And this is why I speak to you. Many of you feel that your world is only true with what the two eyes can see, what the two ears can hear. But you know, those can be deceived. Sound can be manipulated. Visuals can be manipulated. But you cannot manipulate the soul of 1,000 ears and 1,000 eyes. So if somebody tried to play a trick on me, all I had to do was look with my soul and know that what they presented me with is false. Even coyote could not trick me. And they are the master of deception. And when you cannot be tricked, your power cannot be taken away. For power to be taken, you must give it. And if you allow yourself to be deceived, you are saying, take my power, please. So if you feel that a person or even a group of persons is stronger than you are because they look tough, they look tall, they have many weapons, perhaps physical or verbal, and you allow that deception to sink into your vessel, you say, please take my power. You who look mighty, who look big and strong, then that is your choice. But if you are to look at your soul with 1,000 eyes and 1,000 ears, I would see that they are a soul like me, no greater, no mightier, no stronger. Why would I give my power away to them? We have equal power. And so I would say, no, you may not have my power. And in those boundaries and in that stance, it is they who fear me. because only a people or a person willing to dominate someone they see as smaller or weaker than themselves because I am small of stature, then they are deceived and they do not look at their soul. I want you, all of you, if you find it in your hearts, anytime you see someone as stronger, bigger, more mighty, with words that hurt or tools that hurt, I want you to look with your 1,000 eyes and 1,000 ears and see that they are a soul like you, no bigger, no stronger, no mightier. Be this the people of your rulers, you call them government. Many you have chosen to give your power away to them because you find them to be stronger, mightier. For your 2 eyes and your 2 ears are easily deceived. Perhaps you give them away to those who would enforce unjust laws onto you. Give them away to soldiers who know not what they fight for. In actuality, for their 2 eyes and 2 ears are deceived. Perhaps you give it away to someone on the street or in an office because the building seems mighty and imposing. But all of this is deception. I ask of you, with love in my heart, to look with your 1,000 eyes and your 1,000 ears. For I do not want you to give your power away, because I see the power in each of you, and I love you. And when you can see the Spirit in others, you will love them too. This is a wolf, and it's known as the white wolf, actually, which guards the top of this area. And that's interesting because I haven't seen the white wolf in a while, but James and I first witnessed this interesting spirit when we first came to this property. So I'm going to let the white wolf speak to you. And it seems the other ancestors here are going to allow that to be the final messages today. This will be interesting to embody a wolf energy. My goodness. But a soul is soul, no matter the vessel that we find ourselves in. Hello. She is right. Soul is soul. Energy is energy. It doesn't matter the energy of 4 legs or the energy of 2 legs. Energy is just transferred from vessel to vessel. And I know that the vessel does not define you. This is why I'm not speaking in wolf, but I speak in your tongue. One of my dear friends is your friend Anna, and what she spoke was truth. The time has come, as it comes in every earth incarnation, a point of decision. You are in the 4th earth. Most of you have been here 3 earths ago. And in every of these worlds, There came a time of decision, a time to wake up from the dream, and you are in a dream. You believe that when you close your eyes at night, the world that you live in is but fantasy. But how do you know? Because when you are asleep, it is oftentimes difficult to know that you are asleep. And even when you are aware of your dreams, you can control them, but you're still in the dream. The same is for now. When you open your eyes, you are still in the dream. It seems real, but many of you haven't realized that you are in a dream, and so you are still asleep. And even when you realize that this is a dream, you are still in the dream, even though you can control it. But the point is understanding that both worlds, dark and light, either eyes closed or eyes open, are both dreams. And if they are both dreams, then anything is possible. But it's the awakening to this. Comes the time of questioning as you are quickly approaching every being on this planet, human, animal, every molecule. Yes, molecules. Would you like to continue in the dream world, either eyes closed or eyes awake? Or would you like to see as what Anna might say, with 1,000 eyes? If you choose the dream world, that is your choice. You will continue to live in that dream world. You will continue to be subjugated to the laws of that dream world. You will continue to live your lives, either happily or miserably, in that dream world. You will feel powerless because you feel the dream has control over you. But if that's not what you wish for yourself anymore, as it's always been your choice, then the shackles come off and the 1,000 eyes open, and you are released from this world. But as I said, every being has this choice. Every molecule, every animal, every human, every plant. The orb in which you live in has this choice as well, as she has had 3 times before. Will she, the earth herself, choose to open with her 1,000 eyes? She is wanting so. But many of you might be afraid to leave the dream world, for it's all that you know. But there needn't be any fear to leave this world, just like there is no fear for Gaia to leave this plane. For she will open her 1,000 eyes as you will open yours. In that world, the true world, your true essence, is sometimes all-consuming when you find out there was nothing but love on the other side. Love, which is a difficult concept in the dream world, sometimes being depicted as a symbol, sometimes tattooed to your body, sometimes seeing love as something that you can only gain from someone else, something that you struggle to give yourself. But if you make the choice that you no longer wish to be in the dream world, You wish to live with Anna and the Thousand Eyes and all those who came before you and will come after you, to live in truth. There is only love like you've never felt before. It's all consuming. It's beautiful. You don't have words in your language to describe it because it is an energy. And so, my friends, be not afraid of the time that is coming, but begin making your choices now. And if you are unhappy with your choice, you have only to be unhappy with yourself. No one can make this choice but you. And as you've probably guessed, my truest form is not of that of a wolf, as I have already ascended. But when you are ready, I will meet you all on the other side.